Hi everybody, welcome back. Today is the last part of my 5-part mini series called Would I Buy It Again? And today I will be talking about all my other bags. So I've done Chanel, LV, Hermes, and Gucci. Today I'll be talking about 3 brands. 2 of them I have with me right now, and I've got 2 more bags which are not with me, but I will put pictures. So yeah, if you're wondering, because if you didn't watch part 4 and you're wondering what this background is, you can watch that. It's right the first part. I also did a little bit of clip of this room. This is my old room. I'm in my mom's house right now. It's really hot as well. This room has nothing but a fan, and I don't want to turn it on because the fan goes like nyong 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 nyong. So I was like, okay, just like ignore the sweat droplets on that sticky glistening skin. So yeah, if you're curious how this room looks like, I did show a little bit in the Gucci episode, so I'll link that up here in the description box below. You can check it out. So today I will be talking about Celine, Burberry, and Balenciaga. These are the bags that I have, and yeah, I'm going to tell you whether I will buy them again. So I hope you guys are subscribed if you're new, and for everyone else, let's get to this video. By the way, if you haven't watched the LV one, this is my mom's bag, or my bag that my mom is not willing to give me back. But this is the LV PM. She has squashed it. I don't know what she did to it. I need to help her stuff the bag a little bit. But this is the one with the, I think the interior now is maroon, I think so, but this is in the bright red, like really crimson red interior, which is the reason why I bought this bag, because it is stunning. And let's take that out. Bright red. I don't actually know. I think that they have changed the interior to be a little bit more deep, but this is like gorgeous. Anyway, she has squashed this bag. What has she done? Mommy! But yes, look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Damier Ebene is such a beautiful, I don't know, it's such a classic design. But anyway, I'm not talking about it. I just wanted to show you the bag that my mom has, well, she didn't hijack it from me, okay? But gave it to her and she will not return it. I'm so buruk siku, you know. If you're from Malaysia, it's like buruk siku. Buruk siku means a person who gives, and then buruk is like bad elbow. You know, you give out and then your elbow is bad because you take it back in. That's how I remember buruk siku. Start with this tote bag. And in my Hermes video, I thought that I only have my garden party tote bag as my only tote bag, but that's because I absolutely forgot about this huge tote bag from Burberry, which I gave to my mom. And this bag, I bought it while I was in Hong Kong. Wow, super long ago, okay, super long ago. And this is like the classic design. I got this because I really wanted something for work. The reason I didn't use it and then I gave it to her was because it is freaking heavy. But now that I kind of think about it, it's not that bad. But one thing that I didn't like is that when I wore it on my shoulder here, when I first got it, it was pretty sharp, a little bit like the Elma BB. This kind of like glossier material. It cuts into the shoulder, especially if you're not wearing something that covers your shoulder. So if you're not wearing a jacket or just wearing like bare shoulder, this is not comfortable. However, now that my mom has used it so much, it has softened quite a bit. It feels alright. So would I buy this bag again? Now, I've asked my mom what she uses this bag for, and what she's explained to me, I thought, yeah, that's really good. So she uses this when she goes traveling, like when she goes, I don't know, when she goes up to Genting, or she goes, you know, for her outings with her friends. She brings this bag as a picnic bag. So she'll put towels and shirts and all, and it becomes a bag that she just uses for traveling. And I can see why she finds it so useful, because this canvas, this Burberry checkered canvas, is very durable. It is, yeah, it's water resistant or maybe waterproof and all. And there's quite minimal leather on it. There's some leather here and all, but yeah, the bag itself, you know, the amount that she's used it, it has held up pretty well. My mom actually likes it, but personally for me, and just like my other bags that I've mentioned, it is a very big bag for me, and it is still a really big bag for me right now. So I would say no, just because I don't need such a big bag. But I can see why it can be very useful if you are using this bag for traveling. Like, look at that. It will fit everything in a baby. And if you're using it for, you know, your work and all, I think it can fit quite a bit. I personally have not been using this bag just because when I had it pretty new, it was digging into my shoulders and it was a little bit too bulky, especially after I put my things inside, it became super heavy. So I wouldn't buy it just because I don't need such a big tote bag. But if you do need a big tote bag and you like Burberry print, this particular bag is nice, except the only problem is I think this is a discontinued bag. So yes. So rather than talk about the bag, let me share with you about the print. So this is a very classic print from Burberry, and that was the main reason why I bought this. I like how you can see the diamond shape right here. I like it. I like this, I don't know, it's very classic, and obviously it is loud because everybody knows it's a Burberry bag. But I like this check. I like it. I have my Burberry scarf and it's nice. To me, it's not as loud as the monogram on LV or even the Gucci prints. I think it is a very nice design and I like it. It's very classic, and I love obviously this neutral color, black, white, cream and all. So I would buy a bag, a Burberry bag with this kind of print. I like it. I like the original print. I don't quite like the ones with the pink or the greens and the blues. I like original classic. So for me, Burberry original print, not this design, I like, and I would consider buying it in the future. But this bag, exactly this bag, no, too big. So the next bag I want to talk about is my Celine box bag, and this is actually a new bag for me. I just got it in October and I have raved about this bag like crazy. And even in that video I shared that I was so obsessed about this bag, how it looked on me and how I really liked it, that I was actually considering buying another. So I guess that would answer for me, would I buy this bag again? I would definitely buy this bag again. But I want to share with you my personal thoughts that you should consider if you are looking into this box bag. So in that video I mentioned that it is pretty high maintenance. It is this is the smooth shiny calf leather, and even in that few months of owning it, I have bumped it a little bit and there are scratches. So it is something to be mindful of. If you're not concerned about it, then forget it. But if you're a person that like, oh my goodness, or you know, you're thinking about actually considering reselling the bag, this is a bag that is really difficult to take care of, to be pristine. So yeah, this is something that you have to think about if you want to get the smooth calf skin. I think there is another leather which a few of you have mentioned to me, Liage or something, which is very similar to Epson from Hermes, which has that grained leather. I think if you like this design and you're concerned about scratches, go with that leather. So that would be much. I'm losing my voice. And the other thing that I took notice of is this part, this glazing here, where the leather would rub against it. So because this bag is really new, I have not experienced any form of peeling or glazing issues. It is something that I promised that I would let you guys know in the future, and I heard that this bag is not going to be discontinued, so there is no need to worry and run out and get it straight away, especially with the new designer. And that's good because this is a very classic bag. It is I would say almost an alternative to the Hermes Constance bag, though I know the Hermes Constance bag is very sought after. But I do like this being more understated. They don't have any, you know, logos on the front, unlike that big H. But that bag is made very well, so yeah, that's something that I really want in the future, but yeah, not at the moment. I personally do not find this bag that heavy anymore. Maybe because I've gotten used to all my other leather bags. But if you were to just pick it up and you know, if I didn't have my other leather bags, it has weight, okay? It is a full leather bag. It is not light as a feather. It's got weight. So if you got a bad shoulder or you don't like big heavy bags, scrap this from your list. Not suitable because it has that weight, and even on its own you can feel it. If you put your things inside, it will be heavy. I like it. I like knowing that it has that kind of weight. Not too much, but in a way I know that it's made with pretty decent leather. It's got that, you know, it's got a nice weight to it, but it's gonna be heavy if you put things. So yeah, it's like a pro and con, right? Really difficult to judge because everybody's shoulder is a bit different, but if you know your shoulders don't take weight very well, forget it, okay? Just forget it. And the final thing to take note of is the price of this bag. So I think it's a little bit overpriced for this bag, because for that same price I could get, let's say, a Chanel bag or maybe even an LV bag, which if you ever want to sell in the future, it holds its value a little bit better. Okay, I don't say it holds fantastic value compared to this, just because this bag in the pre-loved market I haven't seen really good ones, like used and good ones. And like I said earlier, just because it's smooth leather, etc, etc, I feel like that also contributes to the value, the pre-loved value of this bag. And also between Celine and Chanel, people are like, oh, I'd rather buy Chanel. It's just a perception. So if you are, I guess if you are trying to diversify your collection, like you've got enough Chanel bags, or in fact you just don't like Chanel bags, you don't want Gucci, and you want something different, then I think this is it. I think this is it. Compared to buy, let's say, I don't know, compared to buying, I don't know, some other bags like Miu Miu and all. Miu Miu is just too flowery and too ballroom type for me. If you're looking for a simple bag, something that it's a bit more understated, that you are willing to diversify your collection and also willing to pay a bit more, this is it. Okay, I like it. I like that selection. So the third bag, and I think I forgot to add it in my luxury handbag collection because yeah, it's not with me all the time. I got a hiccup. It's not with me all the time, but it is my tricolor mini luggage tote, and I bought that bag while I was in Paris with my husband and my best friend. We were traveling together. I got that bag, and that was like a really expensive buy. I think that was even before my Chanel bag. Yeah, it was before my Chanel bag. So it was a big purchase. Okay, I was like, expensive and big and all, but I love that bag. Ever since I could see the robot face on it, I was hooked. Okay, I was like, yes, I love it. Now, it is discontinued, I suspect, but you probably could still buy it in the pre-loved market, and it is still popular. You know, it's a very iconic design from Celine. I wouldn't buy that bag again. If given a chance, I would have selected it in a smaller size. So that time, as you can see, you know, even with this bag, I was into bigger bags. I just wanted that space, and I always thought that, you know, I need a bigger bag for work and, you know, to put stuff and all. But over the years, I've grown to know that I don't want to carry so many things because I lug stuff around all the time. So that mini luggage bag, I used it quite a bit while I was working initially, but I found it heavy. So when you got your things inside, it's freaking heavy. Okay, it's freaking heavy. Yeah, that's the main reason why I would not buy that bag again. Just the weight was just not acceptable. Okay, it's crazy heavy, but I do like that winged out design. And if you guys are thinking about it, get it in the nano. Okay, get it in the nano or the size up from the nano if you need a little bit larger, which is the small. But please don't go and get that bigger size because it is heavy. Final bag that I want to talk about is the Balenciaga bag, and the one that I had which I mentioned in the handbags I've sold or gotten rid of or all. That bag is the Balenciaga Giant Tote. So it's the size up from the City and in the color Piperus. Oh my goodness, that bag did not hold up very well. I don't know, maybe now they have changed the lambskin that they are using, but that bag, it started to disintegrate, okay? The leather of the lambskin started to peel off so badly, flaked off at the corners, flaked off at the handles, flaked off everywhere. And I don't know if it was flaking off because I was using it in this climate. Singapore's weather or Asia's weather is not leather friendly, okay? It's not. It is just too humid, too hot, too wet. It's just the worst for leather. But I love my leather bag, so you know there's certain care needed. So you need to put it in an aircon room, take it out to air, you know, wipe it down, Yeah, it is pretty torturous to leather. So that bag, I used it so much, okay, I have to admit, that was like my only handbag. I think it was one of my first few really expensive handbags just after my LV bags, and I was just getting into it, like really getting into buying other brands, and I liked it because it's huge, and I was just starting my Singapore Malaysia traveling. It was perfect. Scarf, what else? Passport, water bottle, etc, etc. But it did have the same issue I had with my Gucci bag, whereby it's quite, you know, soft and everything was a little bit difficult to find. But I loved how big it was. You know, it's big and loud. And Balenciaga, those tote bags were really in, okay, really in. So I felt really cool. But it's a bag that has to be used, right? It's not a bag that could be, you know, rotated, because I had a few bags after that and I started to rotate my bags, but I noticed when that bag was kept in storage and wasn't like taken out to breathe and all, the leather or the lambskin started to I don't know, just absorb humidity or something. I don't know, man, but all I know is after like 2-3 months of not using the bag, it started to disintegrate, okay? It just peeled and flaked and all. So I don't know since then to now whether Balenciaga has changed the type of lambskin that they've used. I haven't heard anyone else say that, you know, their Balenciaga bags are just disintegrating. So maybe they noticed that there was a problem then, and now they use thicker lambskin and all, which I think is a good thing. Yeah, but I personally won't buy that bag anymore. I think the design doesn't appeal to me anymore. It appealed to me previously because I like the edginess of it, and I like that more street style, you know, don't care kind of design on it, and I think it still holds that design. So if you like that, then go for it. But don't go for the bigger ones. I think when the big ones, I don't think they even make the Giant anymore. I think the largest that they have is the City, which actually is a really good size. So yeah, I think, yeah, in terms of size, I think the City is good and big enough, and it also comes with a shoulder strap. The Giant that I have did not come in a shoulder strap. It was just the bigger, you know, handle, which you could actually sling it on your shoulder because it is like a giant bag, right? Yeah, I wouldn't buy that again, and I don't think they make it anymore. So that is all for this series, and I guess I'm gonna have a little chit chat, and I'm gonna end this with a little bit of story time with you guys, because I know this series can be a little bit controversial, because I have been on YouTube for a couple of years. Oh, this is my third year, right? And a lot of you have followed me since the day I started, you know, with my terrible filming, and has seen me, you know, do vlogs and all, and gone through up and downs of buying bags. And I can tell you, it is a journey. Luxury buying, handbag buying is a journey, you know. I started off not really knowing what I liked, and I think as I have, traveled through the buying and selling of bags, I have become a little bit more aware of what I like and what I don't like. Of course, I still get influence from Instagram and YouTube and seeing these beautiful unboxings and all. And that definitely influences me, and I do have moments whereby I'll be like, yes, I want a colorful bag, I want to diversify my collection and all. And I've done it, right? I've done it. And when I take a step back, I'm like, crap, that's a big mistake. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. And I guess I also want to say that some of my comments maybe last time has encouraged you to buy a particular bag, and now that maybe you've seen me sold it and that maybe affects you, I hope it doesn't, because we change over time, even in our normal lives. This is just handbags, seriously, it's just handbags. But it also speaks that as we mature and we find out what we like, even our handbags selections may change. I have bought and sold bags, lost money in a lot of them, and make mistakes, right? Make mistakes along the way. But that doesn't mean that when I had that bags that time, I didn't love them. So I'm really hoping that this series gives you a little bit of perspective of how I have come to learn my own likes and don't dislikes. I like the bags that I own. I'm really content with my collection, and it's not that I didn't love the bags that I had previously or whatever. I do. It's just that right now my lifestyle is as such where this collection suits me. Now, give me 10 years from now, I don't know. I don't know whether my collection would still be the same. I hope it will be, because I cannot go through an entire transformation of a collection. But, circumstances change, right? So maybe, touch wood, 5 years from now, I might have a bad bag. Touch wood. And my entire collection may have to change, because I will no longer carry heavier bags like this. I will only have to carry maybe shoulder bags that are light, or maybe not carry any bags at all. I cannot even imagine that. So anyway, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, and please don't get offended or disappointed in people's choices. I think we all grow and grow to know what we like, and we make mistakes along the way, and hopefully my sharing will help you not make those mistakes. Or maybe even if you don't think it's a mistake, but understand that I'm coming from a different place. So yeah, I hope that explains it. I just wanted to add this because I do get comments here and there, and actually it doesn't affect me, but I just want to share it with you, that because I don't want it to affect you. I don't want you guys to feel angry for no reason, or feel upset, or disappointed and all. I feel that is unnecessary, because YouTube is a place whereby we share our experiences, and you can always ask me questions, and I will share with you the things that I think about, up to a space where I can share. I mean, I'm only in my 37 years of life, right? I've got much more to grow and much more to experience. So my lifestyle right now, where I am with my handbags, and someone talking about handbags, okay, right now this is suitable, and I can share with you the experiences that I had in my previous bags, and why it's no longer in my collection, or why I would still keep it in my collection, or maybe why I would repurchase it. Yeah, but I cannot speak of the future, right? And I have one more video coming up. I've already filmed it, but I will be posting it up in about maybe a couple of weeks, because I haven't finished editing it. But I want to share with you a new journey that I'm going to have in 2019, and I hope this video will give you a bit more perspective of how I truly have grown in the past few years that I've been on YouTube. And that video, I I hope some of you would join me in that journey. So do look out for that. I hope to post it up before Christmas because I want to get these videos up, and I've got one more funny video come up. So yeah, got a few few things to do before the end of the year. So anyway, that was a long ending. OMG. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Like I said in my Gucci ending, if you want me to continue this series to talk about the other items, like I could talk about my Chanel accessories, which I know you guys don't see me wear out very often, but I love having them. My Chanel accessories, or maybe my watches. I've only got 2 though. 3 plus my mom, the one that my mom gave me, my parents gave me. I could talk about SLGs as well. So let me know in the comments down below if you want me to continue this series with other things, and I will definitely look into doing them for you. And till my next video, you guys take care. Bye.